another question on the business because otherwise other participants may not like it, and I want to keep it restricted only to the subject. All right, so let me begin. And 5 big ideas to manage your time better. So it is not about having enough time, it is about making enough time. Now, this is so true. Everybody on earth has the same 24 hours, yet some of us are very successful. कुछ लोग काफ़ी सक्सेसफुल होते हैं, कुछ लोग अपने समय का इस्तेमाल काफ़ी सही तरीके से करते हैं और कुछ लोग नहीं कर पाते. तो उसकी क्या वजह है, इसके बारे में हम समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. और आज का जो प्रोग्राम है, दैट इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर, स्पेसिफिकली फॉर म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर. तो आज मैंने जो प्रोग्राम बनाया है वो म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर और फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज से रिलेटेड बनाया है, so that you can become more productive, more effective. And as promised, all my webinars are very, very short, 20-25 minutes, and then I will take as long as you can ask me questions, so that it is easy for you to join the program, get the ideas very quickly, and you can implement those ideas. So I don't like to do a lot of 1 hour, 2 hour webinars. They are quite boring. So I will keep my webinars always very short. ओके, सो सबसे पहले हम लोग समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि हमारा समय जाता कहाँ है, वेयर टाइम गोज. और प्लीज लेट मी नो ऑन द चैट बॉक्स if all these pointers are correct. If you think that these are the time wasters, please mention the chat box. Do you think that most of our time goes into procrastination? सोचने में वक्त जाता है कि हम आगे क्या करेंगे, हमारी चिंताओं के बारे में और हमारे बिजनेस के बारे में. क्लाइंट मीटिंग के पहले हम ये सोचते हैं क्लाइंट हमसे क्या बात करेगा, क्लाइंट चला जाएगा या रह जाएगा, और अगले साल हमारा बिजनेस कैसा रहेगा, हमारी कमाई कैसी रहेगी, हमारी हेल्थ कैसी रहेगी. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन के ऊपर में हमारा काफी वक्त जाता है, राइट? या, थैंक यू. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन के ऊपर काफी वक्त जाता है. द सेकेंड एरिया इज वॉचिंग टीवी. How many of you, honestly tell me, how many of you watch television for more than 1 hour, 2 hour every day? Do you watch? A lot of people. In America, the research says that an average person watches more than 3 to 4 hours of TV every single day. And that's a lot of time. Let me tell you, I don't watch television. For the last 10, 15 years, I haven't watched television more than about 5-10 minutes a day. I only watch my favorite movies or shows on Netflix or Amazon Prime, which are recorded, which I can see at my own convenience, for which there is no time limit. I watch documentaries and good stuff. So a lot of time is wasted on watching television. What are the other things where time goes? Watching and reading excessive news. How many of you are news addict? How many of you want to be updated all the time? Every time we want to be updated, and so we can post on WhatsApp the first that मैंने सबसे पहले इस न्यूज़ के बारे में पढ़ा, आपको भी पढ़ना चाहिए. We are kind of, you know, we continue the chain. हम जो न्यूज़ पढ़ते हैं हम आगे फॉरवर्ड कर देते हैं, और कई बार तो ऐसा होता है कि हम बिना न्यूज़ पढ़े ही फॉरवर्ड कर देते हैं, जाकि सामने वाले को लगे कि हमने पढ़ा है और हम बहुत इंटेलिजेंट आदमी हैं. Yeah, so watching and reading excessive news is a waste of time. और अगर आप टीवी पे न्यूज़ देखते हैं तब तो एक न्यूज़ को आपको 20 बार देखनी पड़ती है और वो सेम न्यूज़ को बार बार चलाते हैं. So much of wastage of time. इससे अच्छा है कि आप एक 10 मिनट का एक टाइम स्लॉट सुबह से लेकर रात तक में कोई टाइम सेट कर लें. पिछले 24 घंटे की जितनी भी न्यूज़ है उस 10 मिनट में आपको मिल जाती है. या फिर आजकल मोबाइल ऐप पे 60 सेकेंड्स 60 वर्ड्स के अंदर में काफ़ी न्यूज़ ऐप है, उसको आप दिन में एक बार भी अगर चला लेंगे for 2 to 5 minutes, you will be updated about the most important news in the going around the world. All right, and this is very, very important. Trying to please everyone. काफी लोग हम में से कोशिश करते हैं कि हम दूसरे को खुश रखने के लिए काफी वक्त वेस्ट करते हैं. वो जो कहते हैं वो करते हैं, उनके हिसाब से चलते हैं, दुनिया के हिसाब से चलते हैं, ताकि हमारी इमेज खराब नहीं हो जाए, ताकि people should feel that we are good people, and we waste a lot of time to please everyone. And finally, and this is the final thing where the time goes, trying to be famous. Apart from making money, one of the urge of human being is that I want to be famous. People should know me. And in order for to achieve this, we try to poke our nose in everything. कोई भी डिस्कशन चल रहा है तो वहाँ हम अपनी राय देते हैं, कोई भी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में कोई पॉइंट्स पर डिस्कशन चल रहा है वहाँ हम अपनी राय देते हैं, किसी की क्रिटिसिज्म चल रही है तो वहाँ हम और ज़्यादा क्रिटिसाइज उसको करते हैं, ताकि वी वांट टू बी नोन, वी वांट टू बी felt present in the moment in other people should notice us, तभी तो हम फेमस होंगे, और इसमें काफ़ी वक्त जाता है। मैंने ऐसा देखा है काफ़ी फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर हर जगह मौजूद रहते हैं, हर ग्रुप में, हर डिस्कशन में, फेसबुक में, लिंक्डइन में, हर जगह, हर पोस्ट को उनको लाइक करना है, हर पोस्ट पे उनको कमेंट करना है, ताकि लोग उनको पहचान सकें, जान सकें। और इसको मैं कहता हूँ ट्राइंग टू बी फेमस एंड पोकिंग योर नोज इन एवरीथिंग। इसमें काफ़ी वक्त जाता है। नाउ अगर आपको इस प्रोग्राम का पूरा फ़ायदा उठाना है तो इस 5-6 चीज़ों को जो मैंने आपको यहाँ बताया उसको आपको इग्नोर करना पड़ेगा। मैं आपको ये भी बताऊँगा करना क्या है, मगर क्या इग्नोर करना है इसकी पहले लिस्ट की बात करते हैं। अगर आप इन सब चीज़ों को इग्नोर नहीं करेंगे तो जो करना है वो नहीं हो पाएगा। ऑलराइट, सो प्रोक्रास्टिनेशन, वॉचिंग टीवी, और आज हम लोगों ने इस प्रोग्राम का यूट्यूब पे लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग भी किया है। एज वी आर ग्रोइंग, एज वी आर लर्निंग, वी आर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग एंड एग्जीक्यूटिंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स, and we might make it available later on also. So जैसे जैसे आपके फीडबैक्स आते हैं वैसे वैसे हम चीज़ों को इम्प्लीमेंट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। वी आर नॉट मार्केटिंग गाइज, वी आर लर्निंग, वी आर ओनली कंटेंट गाइज। मैंने हमेशा से काम किया है, मैंने हमेशा एनोनिमसली काम किया है, और अब मैं ये सारे प्रोग्राम्स आपके लिए कर रहा हूँ, और लॉकडाउन में ये काफ़ी एडवांटेज है कि वेबिनार के थ्रू आप काफ़ी प्रोग्राम्स कर सकते हैं। ऑलराइट, सो लेट अस मूव अहेड। मेरे पास क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, मगर मैं उन क्वेश्चंस का जवाब आफ्टर द प्रेजेंटेशन देना चाहूँगा। टाइम इज इक्वल टू मनी, हम सब इस बात को कहते हैं, हम सब जानते हैं और हम बताने की कोशिश भी करते हैं, बट हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस फॉलो दिस, दैट टाइम इज इक्वल टू मनी? So if you want to become productive, if you want to really become very productive, you have to understand that your time is precious. One simple rule about time management is this, that whatever is your income, you divide that income into 250 days, and then divide that 250 days into hours, and then you identify what is the cost of per hour of your days and minutes, and then you start thinking that every hour that you're using, is it getting productive? And I'm talking about 8 hours of your work life. I'm not talking about sleeping time and your own personal time. Of course, you need that also. So 16 hours should be reserved for that. But 8 hours during your work hours, 10 to 6, or maybe 9 to 5, or 9 to 6, 9 to 7, whatever, you need to decide that what activities you are doing and how much money you are making during those activities. And time is equal to money. Okay, so let's start the 5 ideas. And the first idea of the day is that learn to say no. Now, this is not easy. Learn to say no. How many of you have this problem of saying yes to everybody? जब घर में कोई आदमी आपको कोई काम के लिए कहता है, या कोई क्लाइंट आपको कोई रिपोर्ट मांगते हैं, या किसी से आपको मिलना होता है, या किसी दोस्त ने आपको बुलाया अभी आ जाओ, आपको ना बोलना कितना मुश्किल होता है, कितने लोगों को मुश्किल होता है? You struggle to say no. This is a human nature, that we are mostly yes people. We don't say no. And unless you start saying no, you will not have time. So the first thing that you have to learn in time management is to start saying no. Because you have to understand that you can't do everything. You have a limitation. You can't do everything. You have only 24 hours, out of which you have only 8 hours of work time. If you say yes to a low priority work, it automatically means you have said no to something more important. क्या आपने कभी ऐसा सोचा है कि शाम को जब आप वापस घर जाते हैं तो आपको बहुत स्ट्रेस होता है कि बहुत सारा काम छूट गया, आपका रह गया? You could not accomplish all your work during the day. It is because you have a habit of saying yes to most of the people and most of the things which come underway. You have to start saying no to everything which is not on your schedule. You have to defer it. And you have to focus on what is the most important thing that you have to accomplish during the day. If you keep doing things which is not on your priority list or calendar, then you will never have time to finish those things which are important. So please, the first rule is that start saying no. A lot of people demand your time and attention. You cannot give your time and attention to everybody. And this rule is the most important rule for financial advisors. This particular rule is the most important rule for financial advisors. Meeting could be rewarding, but meetings could also kill your time. फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर्स काफी मीटिंग्स करते हैं और मैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में आपको बताऊंगा आपको करना क्या है. मीटिंग्स कुड बी रिवॉर्डिंग. मैंने हमेशा कहा है, I have always said that if you meet clients, you will get business. Yes, I still say that. You should meet 40 people every month. You should meet 2 people every day. But this type of meeting could be rewarding. But if you do a lot of other kind of meetings, it could kill your time. And most of the corporates, half of the time goes into meeting, which are just useless. You are in the committee, you are in a board, you are in a club group where you have to give your views. इतनी ज़्यादा meetings आप करते हैं, friends के साथ में आपकी meeting हो रही है, relatives के साथ meeting हो रही है, लोग आपसे आपकी राय पूछते हैं, उसके लिए आप उस मीटिंग में चले जाते हैं. There is a lot of meetings which are happening which are actually wasting a lot of your time, and this rule you have to follow. And the rule is this, and this is the biggest rule for financial advisors: meet people you want to meet, not those who want to meet you. Now, the first statement means you should meet clients. You want to meet client, because if you meet client, you will get more business. So it is in your interest that you should meet clients. Apart from that, you must filter your meetings. एक meeting करने का मतलब half an hour to 60 minutes over हो गया. And if you have to go somewhere else to meet, तब तो 1.5-2 घंटे आपके दिन के निकल जाते हैं. यानी आपको अगर किसी से मिलने जाना है तो आपको बहुत ही फिल्टर तरीके से सोचना पड़ेगा कि is this meeting important or not. कोई आप किसी ऑफिस में मिलने आ रहा है तो फिर भी आप 15 मिनट आधे घंटे में उस मीटिंग को खत्म कर सकते हैं. So मेरा रूल ये है, if you want to save time, you should meet people you want to meet 80% of the time, and you should say no to 80% of the people who want to meet you. So if 10 people want to take your time to meet, they may be company executives, they may be other financial advisors, they may be your friends all the time during the work hours, or any kind of meeting. Somebody wants your help and just want to meet you immediately. You need to prioritize these things according to your time schedule, not today. So somebody says that, Brijesh, you are free at 2 o'clock, can I come? I say, no, I'm not free today. And I will schedule it after 3 days. Most of the time, after 3 days, that person never calls me. Problem solved. And if he calls me, I will say, I will meet you on Friday and then Monday. So you defer your meetings by 2-3 times to people whom you don't want to meet. And then if they are very persistent, then you give them time. This is very important. The first rule, to say no, is very important. And the second rule, most of the meetings are useless. So focus on client meetings 80% of the time, and rest of the meeting you should cut down by 80% of the time. So if there are new clients, of course you should meet. So you should focus on your business. And thank you so much for coming into this webinar. We have more than 600 people joining in from all parts of the country today. And the third rule is delegate. Now, this is also very challenging for financial advisors. You can't do everything on your own. You must understand this. I know that some of the things you do very well. For example, your handwriting is good, so you fill up all the application form. You know the rules and processes, so you do the NSE and BSE transactions on your own. You do the KYC of the client on your own. You and you do so many transactions. You send the client's portfolio also from your own laptop or mobile phone. You don't hire people simply because you think that you can do it better. आपको ऐसा लगता है मैं अपने स्टाफ को सिखाऊंगा, वो सीख जाएगा, उसका चला जाएगा, फिर मेरे को दूसरे को लेना पड़ेगा, फिर वो चला जाएगा, बहुत टाइम वेस्ट होगा और वो काम अच्छे से नहीं करता है. Because of this, you do everything on your own. And because of this, you're wasting a lot of time. 2, 3, 4 hours every day goes into servicing. This is a very, very big issue with financial advisors. They want perfection in everything. If you want to achieve perfection, you have to start delegating and training your team. There is no other way. I'm sorry, there is no other way. If you want to do everything on your own, no, you are not going to become a big financial advisor, top financial advisor of the country. You will always remain mediocre. Please understand this. Please delegate people. The biggest challenge is to look for perfection. If you hire people in the short period of time, they will make some mistake. some of the client will be unhappy, but with time you will overcome this. आपने भी पहले दिन में तो सब चीज नहीं सीखी थी ना, तो वैसे ही आपके स्टाफ भी पहले दिन नहीं सीखेंगे. आपको उनको सिखाना पड़ेगा, ट्रस्ट करना पड़ेगा, समझाना पड़ेगा, उनकी गलतियां अपने सर पे लेनी पड़ेगी, क्लाइंट को बताना पड़ेगा कि वी आर ट्रेनिंग आवर टीम. यू हैव टू डू ऑल दीज थिंग्स. You can't do everything on your own. So what is your job? Your job is to meet clients, talk to clients, review the portfolio of the client, make new proposals, learn and develop new skills, and delegate and review whatever you have given to your staff. इसके अलावा अगर आप कुछ भी करते हैं तो वो टाइम वेस्ट है आपका. Please don't do anything apart from the 6 things I have mentioned on the left hand side on your computer screen. These are the things that you have to delegate: KYC, transactions, client follow-up, software handling, and day-to-day operations, etc., etc. So left-hand thing you have to do, and the right-hand thing you have to delegate. This is a very big part of success in our business. When I started mutual fund selling in the year 2000, before I had any income, I hired one person. I paid him 4,000 rupees that day 20 years ago to help me and assist me. So he used to be in office and I used to be outside meeting clients. Because of that, I added 25 more clients during the year. Now those 25 clients today are big clients. So you have to do what you know best. And you are a salesperson, you are an advisor. And so you can advise the client, you can convert the client, and you are a good communicator. So use those things to enhance your business. And rest of the things should be delegated. Rule number 4, passive management. And this is also very important. Cut down on active portfolio management. 80% should be strategic and 20% should be tactical. Do not be obsessed to provide alpha. A lot of financial advisors think that they should beat the index. Their selection of funds should be fantastic. If a scheme is underperforming, they should change the scheme immediately. They are very fearful what clients will say if they are not able to give them returns. They do a lot of research every single day, and they keep churning the portfolio every 6 months, 1 year or 2 years or even 3 years time. All this activity is not going to help you. I always give an example of Hero Honda. The example of Hero Honda says that, there was a advertisement which says, fill it, shut it, forget it. Yani, if you sell a financial product to a client, you should sell it in such a way that you never have to review it. Almost never. Your research should be such that the asset allocation should be such that unless there are emergency situations, you need not change the product basket. Because changing a scheme takes a lot of time, and it is not giving you better yields by shifting investments from one scheme to the other scheme. So I have followed in my life the principle that once I sell something, it should be so good that I will not spend more time in the future to review those things. Reviews all right, but action should not be there. I never try to provide a lot of excessive returns to the client because I can't do it. I will always be able to provide average returns to the client. It is very difficult to provide alpha. Alpha means more returns than other financial advisor, more returns than the benchmark index, and always try to find the winners of the mutual fund scheme. So you are a financial advisor. You are a multi-manager. You are not the manager of the client's money. You are taking money from the client and giving to someone else. You are not keeping money with yourself. So you have to manage the manager. And in that case, you should not change the manager very often, right? So your strategy should be strategic, not tactical, that you think the markets are going to go up or going to go down, and then you will shift investment or you do the asset allocation and you keep switching the funds. No, if you spend that much time into a client's portfolio, a lot of time is going to be wasted because you have only 8 hours. You cannot do so many activities. And once you have 200, 300 clients and you manage 50 crores, 100 crores, 500 crores, it will become very difficult for you. So today I don't even spend maybe half an hour in clients review every day because it's not required. Everything is as per the asset allocation. You once invest and then you stay there for 3 years and 5 years. Of course, in debt fund, sometime because of interest rate volatility in big portfolio, you have to take certain decisions. But 80% of your AUM should be very, very static, almost no change. And here, please do not invest a lot of time. All right, and this is my fifth slide. Two more slides after this in the same sequence, and then I'm done. So this is the fifth idea of the day, the last idea of the day, fifth idea. Don't plan daily basis, plan weekly. On Sunday or Saturday, your plan for the next week from Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday should be done. 80% of the things that you target to do next week should be completed this week in your diary. You should only accept 20% of the new things which will come up to you on an urgent basis. You should never write your diary that today I have to do these many things, tomorrow I have to do these many things. You should plan, and you should use a calendar, electronic calendar or Google calendar or whatever way you feel comfortable, and you should schedule your appointment 7 days in advance. This is very important because in most of the time management books you will read that it is very difficult to achieve everything which you have planned during the day. It is very difficult, not possible. And then you try to achieve 80 to 90% of what you have tried to mention during the week. So you should prioritize on a weekly basis, allocate days to the most important thing. This means 3 days a week I will meet people, and 3 days a week I will do other things. So as a financial advisor, you have two things to do. One, you have to meet clients, and the other thing is that do everything other than meeting the clients. And the most important thing in this business is to meet clients. So reserve half of your week in meeting clients. So as I say, you should meet 2 people a day. That is 8 people or 10 people a week. So in 3 days time, you should attempt to meet 8 to 10 people a week. So don't meet every day. So from Monday to Sunday, you should not have meetings. You should only meet on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. Rest of the time, you should stay in office or home, wherever you work from, and then you should do the back-end work. Because each day, if you have meeting, it will cause you a lot of disturbance, and आपको 15 मिनट आधा घंटा सेट होने में लगता है. मीटिंग के पहले आपको आधा घंटा पीस चाहिए, मीटिंग में आने के बाद में फिर आधा घंटा आपको एडजस्ट करने में समय लग जाता है. All these are time wasters. So I do it like this. मैं क्या करता हूँ, मंडे टू संडे का इस तरह से प्लानिंग रहती है, और मैं ये कोशिश करता हूँ कि मंडे और ट्यूसडे जब क्लाइंट बिजी रहते हैं तो मैं उनका बैक ऑफिस में काम करता हूँ. मैं मंडे और ट्यूसडे को मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ मीटिंग्स करता हूँ, बिकॉज क्लाइंट्स आर बिजी ऑन मंडे एंड ट्यूसडे. So Monday, Tuesday, I look after my office, back office, review the portfolio, make new investment proposal, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I go out and let clients come in to meet me. So in a day, I do 3 meetings, 4 meetings. I don't do 1 meeting every day, or I don't do 2 meetings every day. The days in which I meet people, I do only client meeting. So sometimes I do 5 meetings in a day, because when I do 5 meetings in a day, my time is not wasted. Because किसी के यहाँ जाना है, वापस उससे आना है, फिर उसकी रिपोर्ट बनानी है, फिर दूसरे क्लाइंट को अपॉइंटमेंट लेकर के जाना है, बहुत टाइम वेस्ट होता है इसके अंदर. सो आपको ये डिसाइड करना चाहिए कि आप 2 दिन क्लाइंट का रिव्यू करेंगे, 3 दिन क्लाइंट से मुलाकात करेंगे, और फिर सैटरडे को फिर आप ऑफिस में अपना बैक ऑफिस का वर्क कंप्लीट करेंगे, और संडे को आपका फैमिली टाइम. नाउ इस चार्ट को आप डिवाइड भी कर सकते हैं कि आपको मंडे, वेडनेसडे, फ्राइडे सूट करता है, या ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे, सैटरडे सूट करता है, और आपको डिसिप्लिन के साथ इस चीज को फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. Once a client calls you and says that on Tuesday, that Brijesh, can I meet you on Tuesday? You should say this: yes, sir, I can meet you on Tuesday, but can Wednesday be a better choice? I will be happy if you allow me to meet you on Wednesday. 90% of the time, client will agree to this. So हर समय आपको yes बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. कभी कभी अगर आपके शेड्यूल से चीजें मैच नहीं कर रही हैं, तो आप उसको नेक्स्ट डे या फिर नेक्स्ट उस वीक में, लेटर ऑफ द वीक में ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं. मैंने ये भी देखा है कि क्लाइंट किसी भी टाइम बुला लेते हैं. आपको जरूरी नहीं है कि सुबह 8 बजे जाना है या रात को 8 बजे जाना है. If clients call me after 8 o'clock, तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि मैं work hours till 6 o'clock. Will it be possible if I can schedule the meeting in the daytime? 90% of the client will agree to this, because they will try to take advantage of you. But if you say no, next time they will not call you at 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Once in a while किसी क्लाइंट को परेशानी है, कोई डॉक्टर है, लॉयर है, कोई टाइम का इशू है, आप किसी क्लाइंट के साथ में 7, 8 और 9 o'clock मिलने जाते हैं, that is okay, but that should not be more than 2, 3, 4 times a year. So this is the fifth rule, work and time management metrics. Some other ideas, and then we will close. Start early. Try to start at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, latest 9:30. In the morning, you have so much of free time. There's no phone calls. People will not disturb you. So you can do all the pending works between 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And then from 11 o'clock, you can handle phone calls and start meeting your clients. Start your day early, close your day early. That should be the rule. Do all your phone calls together. Don't schedule your phone calls at 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So if you have to call up 20 people, you call up everybody immediately, because if you divide your calls, what will happen is that many of the clients will not be available at that point of time, and then again you have to reschedule the calls. A lot of time is wasted. So you should decide 11 to 12, I will make 20 calls. Out of those 20 calls, you will be able to speak 10, 12 people, and then rest of the people you can reschedule other times. So it helps a lot to put all your phone calls together. Another important thing, use the best tools. Try to save money, but not a lot of money just by buying just like anything. You should use the best softwares of the country. You should use the best software, best research. You should use the best tools that is available in the marketplace. It will help you save time. Attempt 100% online transaction. And this is very important. I am very sure that many of you are trading in the stock market, or serving the clients in the stock market, and you have a stockbroking terminal. If you have a stockbroking terminal, it will kill you. Your mutual fund business will not grow. I can promise you that. Because you have a tendency to sit across the terminal from 9:30 to 3:30, you will be in front of the terminal. Stop doing that. If necessary, stop the business of stockbroking and sub-broking if it requires you to sit in front of the computer screen. This is the biggest time wasters. Just don't punch the client SODA on your own. Just don't sit in front of the computer machine during the stock market time. Fix your work hours. This is very important. So let us say 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Now, if you have fixed that I will work till 7 o'clock, 7:01 you should stop working most of the days. The habit of going till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, ज़्यादा काम है, ज़्यादा प्रेशर है, वो प्रेशर क्यों क्रिएट होता है? बिकॉज दिन भर में आपने सबको हाँ बोला है, आपने ना नहीं बोला है, और आपका काम पेंडिंग हो जाता है, उसके वजह से आपको 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 बज जाते हैं. जब आपको ये पता होगा कि 7 बजे के बाद आपको काम नहीं करना है, the shop closes and you stop taking calls, it means that you will finish everything by 7 o'clock. It means that you will be able to finish the work by 7 o'clock. And my last point, do not schedule things on Saturday and Sunday. It is your life, your time. Saturday, Sunday is your time, your back office time, your employee time, your family time. Do not schedule anything on Saturday and Sunday. You are not going to grow very much simply because you are also working Saturday and Sundays. Monday to Friday is good enough. Half day of Saturday is good enough. This business is very good. You don't require to work 12 hours a day, except the first 3-4 years of your mutual fund distribution business. So this is what I have, and with this, I would say it is your time, and you decide how you want to spend your time. With this, I think I've taken half an hour to do this presentation. Thank you so much for being with me here, and I want to make a few important announcements today. And before I take your questions, the screen in front of you is very, very important. We are doing a superb webinar on the do's and don'ts of building a sales team. So if you're an individual, or if you are thinking of hiring more people to do the sales business for you, and if you want to know how you should do this, you should attend this webinar. This is on 29th August, 5 p.m. And we are bringing two of the India's leading, biggest, best financial advisors who have a team size of 25 and 30 people. They will tell you how they created their team and how they have built up a team because of which their investment asset size has grown to 500,000 crores. Apart from this, these are the 4 programs I am going to do this month. You can take a screenshot of this. On 19th, I will do a presentation on masterstroke features. On 22nd, I will do a presentation how you should build a client's portfolio. 26th August on sovereign gold bond. And 29th August, the do's and don'ts of building a sales team. Apart from this, I will be doing my first paid webinar, how to grow with retail clients, on 5th September 2020 at 5 p.m. And paid webinar, the recordings will be available to people who will subscribe to the program. You can see it afterwards also. We will have a limited seats here, and so please do register today. You can call up the helpline number, or masterstrokeonline.com. You can visit to subscribe. I promise you, this program is going to change your life. If you have not attended this program physically, which I have been doing in the country, you must attend this program. I will tell you how you can grow with retail clients. The fee is very, very small, $9.99 per program, and members will get a 20% discount. And if you're still not there on my WhatsApp broadcast, please join my WhatsApp broadcast. Every information on Masterstroke will be available on the WhatsApp broadcast. And the number is 98838 18627. You should mention your ARN and phone number, name and city, and we will start sending you daily messages. So this is all from my side. I will now take your questions, and I